All right, so we've been talking about dividing last couple of days or so. We've been talking about how it relates to multiplication as well. We're going to take it a step further today and learn how to divide mixed numbers. So we're still dividing, we're just going to throw those mixed numbers in there. That's our goal for today. So today our goal was to be able to explain and apply mixed numbers in that real world setting. We started today with a bell work question. It was a way for students to kind of reflect back what we've been learning throughout the week on multiplying, dividing, and subtracting mixed numbers. They had to use the concept of dividing mixed numbers and learn that they had to pick which one was the reciprocal, using the reciprocal concept multiplied by the reciprocal, which one was equivalent to that. So we started with that to make sure they understood or remembered how to divide mixed numbers.
So you would turn the second fraction to a reciprocal.
All right, and what's the reciprocal of 4/7?
7 over 4.
Great job. What else do we have to do?
And then you would turn that into a multiplication problem. So it would be 3/5 times 7/4. 7 over 4 equals D.
Will these give you the same answer?
Yes.
Yes, so they are equivalent to one another.
They did a commit and toss where they had to kind of think for themselves, using everything we've learned for this week, dividing fractions, the reciprocal concept, changing a mixed number into an improper fraction. They had to write it on their paper by themselves individually, just kind of think about it. Their time to reflect on what they've learned.
All right, make sure you listen before you start. It says, recall what you had to do to divide fractions. So I'm going to stop there, think. What did you have to do when you divided fractions? Just think for a second. Using that understanding, I want you to predict how you could apply that skill, dividing fractions, and converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. Didn't we do that yesterday? Yes. Okay. In order to divide the following mixed numbers. We've got to get them out of this form. We've got to make them improper fractions first. I want you to start there. Once you've made them improper fractions, I want you to think about what you would do from there. I'm going to give you about 2.5, 3 minutes to get an answer to this question. Show your work. Remember, someone's going to get your paper. Make sure they have something to talk about.
They then crumpled it up and we tossed it around the room, mixing it up. It's all anonymous, so they can really commit to that answer and they don't have to feel embarrassed if they don't understand the work.
You gotta look around, find one.
Then they picked a paper that was around the room, and then we did a timed pair share to kind of tell why we agreed or disagreed with that answer. What were your thoughts?
And then I got 14. I just added them. 7 plus 7 is 14. You have to multiply the denominator with the mixed number and then add with the numerator.
I disagree with this person because they didn't make this an improper fraction.
They love the engagement. They love commit and toss. They absolutely love that strategy. And they really enjoy just talking to each other. In middle school, they love talking to each other. And that engagement really helps with that. It's organized, but they all have to have something to say, and they're all talking to each other.
Okay.
After that, I gave them time to try it on their own, so that I could check their individual understanding on the concept. They raise their hand when they're done. That way I can check each individual student to make sure that they're grasping the concept.
When we divide mixed numbers, we multiply the denominator by the whole number and then add the numerator to get improper fraction. And then we divide that, and then we try to divide it, but we can't, so we turn the second number into reciprocal, and then we multiply it to get the answer.
At the end of class, after our activity, they went camping a little bit and prepared for the camping trip. We did a little activity, a quiz tray, to help students kind of reflect on what they've learned, everything we've talked about throughout the lesson. How do you feel about this lesson? What was the process that you used today? How did you apply it to the real world? Rate your understanding. Ask a question. Just the partner had to answer it, that kind of thing, to just make sure they're reflecting on what they've learned.
And then I have to take the right number and make it a reciprocal of that number. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay.
Florida standards really have those students apply concepts. It's not just about the process to get to that answer. They have to know the process to apply, but really opening their eyes up to where is this used in the real world. making them think more, making them explain, making them manipulate things, do things with the problem so they can take this out in their lives and apply it to their setting.
We learned how to divide mixed numbers
By changing them into improper fractions.
which you have to go counterclockwise, sort of around. Like, say it was 2.5, you would do the 2 at the denominator times the whole number, and then you add the numerator, and that will be your improper fraction, and you keep the denominator that there was.
Yeah, and then once you get your second number, you make the second number into a reciprocal by putting the denominator, making that the numerator, and the numerator into the denominator.
14. And then you multiply them.
Yeah.